and if you would bear with me, the last paragraph in number 7, under number 7, I'm a little hesitant to vote for something that imposes a fee at the city level, $500 for each offense. If you go to the municipal court, we know that. Plus, there is a cost of court. And I don't have any problem with that, because I think that if somebody violates an ordinance and they don't, they're committing a crime, that's what it is. It's a quasi-criminal act. But what it says, each day that a violation continues shall constitute a separate and distinct offense. Now, what I'm looking at is that, you know, and I don't want to get off to this legal stuff, but the Eighth Amendment says you shouldn't have outrageous fine or excessive fine. And I really think that when you have a violation and you say each day that violation goes forward constitutes another and distinct offense, what you're saying for day one and 30-day period, if you find somebody $500, what are you looking at, over $1,500? Am I correct in my math? I wasn't good at math in school. But I just don't think that it ought to be each day. I would go along with it if it's for every 30 days. Now, having said that, if we go on the back side of D, where it says the amount of a fine issued under this article inclusive of cost and boarding, including grass, blah, 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 blah. But it also says something about the person who is violates this ordinance has to pay inspectors and attorney's fees. I mean, I'm an attorney and I make money off of being an attorney, but I think that when you have a criminal, when you make a criminal offense, you're gonna get charged for violating the ordinance. Now, as it's written, you're gonna come back and ask for attorney fees for someone who prosecutes it. I just don't think that's. I just don't think that's. We ought to do that. And it's not here. My disagreement is not to help those people who are frequently violating the ordinance, but it's for the help that one person, Aunt Lizzie, who may be 90 years old, who's rented to her, to my first cousin or somebody, and that person doesn't take care of the property, moves out. I just don't think that we ought to have it that we are going to charge people for attorney fees if we are going to prosecute them criminally. And so I think the fine, now, it says fees. I'm not talking about fines. But if we're going to prosecute them and send them to jail, they're subject to going to jail. Am I right, Ms. Vail, for 180 days?
That's the authority of the municipal court.
Yes, ma'am. But what I'm saying, if I'm a municipal judge, so if someone comes there, as the municipal judge, I have the authority to send that person to jail for 180 days, charge that person $500, charge that person cost to court. And if I'm on one of my bad days and have not taken my medicine, okay, then I'm saying that I could go, man, you had this thing going for 20 days, I'm going to charge you $500. I just don't, I think we have the authority to do it, but I don't think we ought to do it. I think we ought to look at the Constitution, due process, and the more Constitution, we have more amendments to the Constitution than the Second Amendment. I just think we ought to adhere to all amendments. Now, that's my little put on it.